they just win this year, then that's it. I got it out of the way. then I'll be happy.
That's all we need, man. So it is live. So we live. It's the First Inning Radio Show. We're on any platform you listen to. Just Google search the First Inning Radio Show. You'll find us, especially on YouTube. I'm the BX Bomber 2011, and today I'm along with Michael Caputo. What's up, Mike? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man?
So yeah, man. So we got another one down, man.
Oh my God, horrible.
You know,
another man down.
Yeah, man. It's sad to say it, but it's that's what it's looking like right now. But it's Justin Wilson, man, and I was watching the game last night, and it happened during the game, man.
Part of the Yankees' life now. They never could get away from this. It just follows them no matter what they do. It just never seems to go away. This thing it's horrible. It's just I'm sick of talking about the injuries, man. But we can't help it because they just constantly get injuries. It's hard to not bring it up. That's all this team deals with. If they get injured more than they play, it's crazy, and everybody makes fun of us on Twitter, like saying already we're getting taunted on Twitter, saying that you guys once again you never could stay healthy. You never could stay healthy. You guys can't even stay. See, we're getting like made fun of again on social media.
Wow. But here's the thing. That kid Justin Wilson, that's another big deal too, man. Because
I think it is because he's a big part of the bullpen. Now you just have like 3 guys left, and you had 5. Now you have 3.
And now how many people we got hurt now? We got him. We got
him, Britton. The other ones aren't major injuries, but Andujar, Torinos. That's about it. And that guy that got injured over the weekend, that pitcher, Flazinski or something. He was an invite though. Yeah, and Clark Schmidt. I don't know how many that is. 7.
Yeah, Clark Schmidt. Yeah, and Miguel Andujar. Did you say him?
Yeah, Miguel Andujar.
Yeah, I said him right. That's like wow. I don't know, man. I don't know what we're gonna do. You know, because that's like the beat up boys that we need to carry us down. You know, down the line. You know, we're gonna rely.
Yeah, and it's not really good either. They're losing their backup players too now. They're losing all their backup players, and they're losing their guys that could make the team on this team that are invites. I don't think that's really a good thing either because these guys could help out if the Yankees get like guys that can't play or they need rest. Now they're getting injuries, so no, it isn't. It's never a good thing to see any injuries. So.
No, it's true, man. We don't need any injuries at all. And now we're what now let me count. It's about what 9 more days till the season starts or something like that.
Yeah, less than 2 weeks. Not this Thursday, next Thursday. Yep.
So it's a lot to look forward to with the opening day, Yankee Stadium, the coming back of the fans and the whole 9 yards. You know what I mean? So everybody wants to play, but it's like, man, don't get hurt. You know what I mean? So it's like they got to come through, you know. But right now, and I was telling you earlier too that I saw a crazy post by the New York Post saying that they should trade Aaron Judge.
That's crazy. That's a little too much. I think that's why, because he's having a quiet spring. Aaron Judge is not going anywhere. He's the face of the Yankees. He's going to be a Yankee. I think they'll probably keep him. I mean, like I told you, the way I feel about him staying with the Yankees if he can never stay healthy. I don't think they should give him a long-term deal. But I think they will re-sign him back to like a 3 or 4 year deal. But trading him away, first of all, he's who are you going to trade him for? I mean, really, who are you going to get back for him? I mean, who's coming back?
Hold on, let me bring up that post to say what they actually said. Shout out to Kaz Talk Show. What's up, my man? Yeah, he's on and Yankee Highlights. What's up, guys? We're gonna talk baseball, and what we're talking about right now is the New York Post posted this crazy post on Twitter about Aaron Judge saying that they should trade him.
But who though? No, I like that we're talking about this, but I like to question New York Post and ask them who the hell are we going to trade him for. Unless we're not getting Mike Trout, I'm not doing that trade.
Now listen to this. Judge Power. Oh wait a minute, we got Roger calling.
Oh nice, Roger. Cool.
Hello.
Are we on the air?
Yeah, we're on the air.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Hello, Michael. I'm sorry I got held up.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No problem. We're talking about Aaron Judge. We're talking about the New York Post, what they're reporting Frank is just talking about it now, right, Frank? That they're talking about that they want to trade Aaron Judge, the New York Post.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me read. I was trying to explain. The New York Post put this post out about Aaron Judge. Let me read it to you right now. All right. Check this out. 0-2 today. Aaron Judge's power has noticeably dwindled after an embezzle spring. Right. It may be high time to trade the dwindling outfielder for veteran lefty Brandon Belt and a few lower level prospects. Check this out. Frazier now has already passed him defensively. No big loss, say scouts. That's the New York. That's the New York Post.
That sounds a little ridiculous to me. My goodness, they want to trade him for who?
Brandon Belt.
Oh, that guy, the Giants? You talking about Brandon Belt, the guy that won a World Series with the San Francisco Giants? No, I don't want him. That's a terrible trade.
Nah.
Did this writer pull this out of his butthole?
I have no idea, but it's the New York Post, and you can read it on my Instagram.
I'm glad, Roger, that you're speaking vibrant about this whole thing, because I'm upset about it too. Why would you want to trade the face of the Yankees?
No, I don't think there's any. There's probably no rhyme or reason to this. This guy probably just pulled this out of his butthole, really, more or less. Yankees aren't going to do anything like that.
No, unless you're trading for Mike Trout. I'm not going to trade Aaron Judge. Mike Trout is the best player in the. But you get Brendan Belt. I'm just saying.
Kaz Talk Show is saying, how is Judge the face of the Yankee franchise?
I see. This sounds like this is coming right out of his imagination. I mean, did he hear? Was anything said about the Yankees at all, or is he just dreaming this up?
They're just speculating and thinking that they should trade him.
That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous.
It never came from anybody from the Yankees front office. They don't want to get rid of Aaron Judge. The New York Post is terrible anyways. You can't believe anything the New York Post writes. They come out with reasons. New York Post has been doing that for many years now. I never want to bother what they say.
I'm going to add Kaz Talk Show to the
See, I tend to be a leftist, politically, on the left politically, so I really don't follow Rupert Murdoch stuff.
Yeah, it's okay. But they're not going to trade Aaron Judge. That's a stupid story. I'm just because he's struggling in spring doesn't mean that he's going to get traded. Doesn't mean that they should trade him. I mean, I wouldn't give up on him.
No. I mean, this is spring training, for goodness sake, and he has looked decent. I mean, he doesn't have a home run or a run batted in, but this is just spring training. They're just getting ready for the season, and
2 weeks. They're less than 2 weeks away. I think it's like 8 days or 9 days away. I think we're like away. Yeah.
So that is a guy looking for clicks. He's looking for clickbait. It's clickbait is what he's.
Well, the whole story is definitely redundant. It doesn't make any sense. Why would they want to trade their best player? Aaron Judge is still the face of the team. And I still want to keep him. He just has to stay healthy. See, that's Judge's whole. That's my only gripe with him. I think they have to keep him healthy, and then I think he'll get an extension. I don't know if it's going to be a massive extension, but I think he will stay with the Yankees. I just don't ever see Judge going anywhere. First of all, it's like the Yankees would. It's like the equivalence of the Yankees trading away Derek Jeter. They're not going to trade Judge.
No, that is just like something out of fiction. I think it's clickbait, basically. And as I said, he pulled it out of his butt, more or less.
Yeah.
Do you think they're ever gonna hold on, man?
He's gotta be a Yankee hater.
Hold on. Do you ever think they're gonna tear out the judges' chambers at a Yankee Stadium?
No, I don't think so. I think it's very hard to predict the future, but Judge is a perfect gentleman. I saw him interviewed yesterday, and he's a perfect gentleman and a nice man, and he reminds me a bit of Derek Jeter in his demeanor. And I think he's going to be the face of the Yankees, as you said, Michael. The only thing is he has to be able to stay healthy.
I mean, he's a great player. When he's healthy, he's a top 5, top 10 player when healthy, and definitely handles himself great in the media. He's great with the fans, with the players. Why would you want to get rid of Aaron Judge? I mean, he's like the perfect player. I mean, and they say he's the face of baseball. I mean,
okay,
they love his,
all right, but what about if this guy gets hurt and he doesn't play?
Well, that's another story. But I mean, I don't want to trade him. I'm not going to trade him right away. I mean, I don't want to. I mean, it's a tough call, but I wouldn't trade him. Not what this guy is saying. New York Post. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a crazy statement, man. But now, Roger, what do you think? What's gonna happen with the loss of Justin Wilson in the bullpen?
Oh wow! I think that possibly this opens up an opportunity for Tyler Lyons. Have you found out any more information on the Justin Wilson injury? I got held up this afternoon.
We're still waiting for a word on it. There's been nothing that came out yet, but they're saying that he had a left shoulder tightness yesterday.
Right.
He was supposed to go for an MRI today in the afternoon, but there's been no feedback. There's no results yet. We're still waiting. Hopefully we get an update very soon. But it's never a good thing when they make you wait with these results. That doesn't usually end well.
No, I mean, what you mean? I would say that this, if Justin Wilson is going to be out for any period of time, this might open up a opportunity for Lyons, who is another left-hander. You know that may, so it might be Lyons in there, and also Lucas Licky would be the
I think he's going to definitely make it now. Now more than ever. I thought he was going to make it anyways, Lucas Licky, but now I think this guy has to get the role now, because too many relief pitches. It's getting to be ridiculous now. I mean, most of their whole bullpen is getting injured. It's they only have 3 guys now: Chapman, Green, and O'Day. I mean, out of their elite relievers now, they lost Britton and Wilson. So I hope Wilson is okay, but doesn't.
It's getting
I don't know.
crazy.
I'm not getting my hopes up.
It's getting crazy.
Right.
Definitely.
Right. I do what you're saying. I would say that we have to wait to find out more information on the injury. But unfortunately, the injuries did come a little bit. You know, we have Justin Wilson, we have Zach Britton, and Miguel Andujar is hurting a bit, and he won't be making the team right at the beginning of the season either.
Well, now they have a couple of guys in Robinson Chirinos. That makes for that other pitcher that got injured over the weekend, which wasn't going to make the team anyways. He was just an invite. So I forgot his last name, but a starting pitcher did get injured, the Yankees, but he was an invite. He had, he got hurt. I forgot his name, Kowalski or something. He had some kind of a long.
Wojciechowski. Did you ever see his name spelled out? It's like WJOZXC.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah,
that's the guy. That's the guy. Right. Yeah, that's the guy who got hurt. And then you forgot Clark Schmidt. He's injured too. So it's 6-7 injuries.
Yeah, I'll tell you, and it just seems to happen. It just seems to happen. Today, what happened was I nodded off a little bit this afternoon, so I don't have all the details. Maybe one of you guys can pull it up. But the Yankees played a 5-5 tie with the Detroit Tigers today. It was 5-5 tie. And
I wanted to find out the score. I was watching it on MLB Network because it wasn't on the other channel, and Corey Kluber was pitching, and he was actually doing really good. But Frank said that he saw that they were losing, but they were only losing by a run. If you could bring up the score, Frank, we'll find out.
I left them at 2-1.
Yeah, it ended up as a 5-5 tie.
Oh, okay.
It ended up as a 5-5 tie. They played 9 innings. Now they're exclusively playing 9 innings. You know, they say that they could still play 7-inning games, but they are playing 9-inning games now.
I believe it. Not that I really pay attention to it much, but I think, don't the Yankees have the best record in spring training in the Grapefruit League?
Because they lost 3 out of their last 4, so they dropped off a little bit, but they still have a very respectable record. I believe they're about 13 wins and 7 losses now.
That's good. And the Cactus League, I think the team that has the best record is I think the Rockies or the Dodgers are right there though. The Dodgers are like second or third. You see, that's the only thing I don't pay attention to much, the records with spring training. But it's always fun to look at who has the best record because you still like to keep track of that. But I know the Yankees have a really, like you said, a really good record, even though they're not like first.
Right. They do have a good. The Yankees do have a very good record. Let's see what I can pull up here, and I'm pulling it up right now, and we will find out what happened today with the Yankees. But here we are. Okay, let's see here. I'm pulling up the information, and okay, the Yankees. The game was 5-5. And the plays were, in the first inning, Mike Tauchman hit a homer, his third of the spring on a ball to right center field. Also, in the bottom of the first, Willie Castro singles on a ground ball to center fielder Greg Allen. Robbie Grossman scores. In the top of the second inning, Greg Allen was out on the sacrifice fly to left fielder Robbie Grossman, and Tyler Wade scored, making the score 2-1 Yankees. In the sixth inning, Jonathan Scope grounds into a double play. Shortstop Andrew Velasquez, the second baseman Tyler Wade to first baseman Luke Voigt. Zach Short scores. Eric Haase out at second. Jonathan Scoop out at first, and the score was 2-2 Yankees and Tigers. In the top of the seventh, there was a wild pitch by pitcher Brian Garcia, and Mike Tauchman scores. Estevan Florial the second. In the eighth inning, Greg Allen homered, his first on the fly ball to left field, making the score 4-2 Yankees. And then Chris Gittens also hit a homer. Chris Gittens, I really like him, on a fly ball to left field, making the score 5-2 Yankees over the Tigers. In the bottom of the eighth, Eric Haase homers on a line drive to left field, and it was a 3-run homer, and the score ended up 5-5 Yankees and Tigers.
Yep.
And
so
that was the rundown.
That's nice. Yeah. So it was at 5-5. At least it wasn't a loss, and they just won in the tie, I guess. But yeah, I mean, we're just right around the corner, man. I was watching the game last night too. What a debacle that game was! I mean, talk about errors, and they just didn't have it last night, and they couldn't hit Aaron Nola. That game was a bit of that game was a bit of a crap show.
I got Cast Talk Show. Oh, let's see if I get. Oh, come on! Don't stop.
Oh, he's coming on the show.
I got him on, but now my Zoom is not responding.
Hope it doesn't go out.
Hold on.
I thought you could have more than one person on this call thing.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear him though.
Let's see if we can hear him.
Are you in? He's joining.
Okay.
All right, we got him on.
I can hear you guys.
How you doing?
Nice.
How you doing? Yeah, I hear him. I hear him.
What's going on, man?
All right, perfect.
You hear me well?
Okay.
Yeah, we got you, man. So what do you think, man?
What's up, Frank?
So we got Roger, the big Yankee fan, and you're talking to Michael
Hello,
Caputo.
how are you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
So what do you think about the Judge, man? Tell me about the Judge situation, man. Do you think he's the face of the Yankees, like you were saying, or is he not?
He's not a franchise. He's not a franchise player. I don't understand where some fans, they say he's a franchise player. He's not a franchise player. He's a piece of the Yankees, but he's not franchise. I'm not going to pay him $300 and something million if his contract comes up at the age of 31 or 32. I'm not doing it.
You can't just trade him. You can't trade him away.
No, I never said trade him. I never said trade him. I don't want to trade him. But let me tell you something. His history in the past couple of years, he has not stayed healthy for a while.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. I understand.
That's a fact.
And I got an issue with that too. I think that the Yankees are definitely not going to sign to a 10-year contract. I think he's just going to get signed to like a 3-year deal. once his
I
contract.
I think he's good enough to get a 4 or 5 year deal. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not paying him big money. I would.
He's not going to get $300 million. No way. I think that definitely goes down now because of his history with injuries now. But I agree with that. I mean, the only one I see getting an extension is probably Gleyber Torres.
Well, Gleyber Torres, we need to sign him. That's why from people reading on Twitter talking about all this Corey Seager talk, I don't want Corey Seager.
Yeah.
If there's a shortstop out of that free agent class, out of that free agent class, if you want a shortstop, we're not getting Lindor. I already know Lindor is going to resign back with the Mets. But out of the whole class of that free agency class, my top two will be Trevor Story, number one, and whether people hate this guy or not because of the cheating scandal, Carlos Correa is a beast, whether you like him or not.
Yeah. Carlos Correa, I don't like his attitude, and he's a cheater, so that's why I don't.
Oh well, you know what? You know that's in the past. He cheated. But if you're gonna not doubt his talent, he's the best shortstop that there is out of that group.
Oh, he's definitely.
He has better talent than Trevor Story. To put it, I love Trevor Story, and I hope he. But I don't see Gleyber. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna bring a shortstop, right? You're gonna move Gleyber to second. Then what? You're gonna move LeMahieu to first. What are you gonna do with Voit? Why should we get rid of Voit? I think Voit is a very good first baseman, and he's young.
You forgot about Gio Urshela. He's got to stay at third. Gio Urshela is the best defensive player we have.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If they trade Gio Urshela, yes. So what? Move Gleyber. If you want to move Gleyber to third and get a shortstop, be my guest. You could trade Gio Urshela.
I love Urshela, though. I love his defense. I think he's a clutch hitter.
But can I add clutch? How is it clutch? Can you tell me something? How is he better? Let me tell you something. I'll take a third baseman right now. He's my favorite third baseman in the game. If he becomes available, which they were talking about Luis Castillo, but if you give me Eugenio Suarez from the Cincinnati Reds, I'll package whatever the heck you want for Luis Castillo and Eugenio Suarez. You could take the whole prospect line with Gio Urshela.
But I thought you were going to say Manny Machado. I thought you were going to say he's your favorite third baseman.
No. I'm talking about Eugenio Suarez from the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah, he's pretty damn good, that kid.
Damn good. I watched him as a prospect here in Detroit. Detroit Tigers made the biggest mistake by trading him.
Judge is already making very big money through arbitration. He is up to $10.25 million already through arbitration raises. So I could see him at least making as much money as what DJ LeMahieu, getting a contract something like DJ LeMahieu. But anyway, they're not going to give him any contract extension for the next couple of years because they really want to see him stay healthy for a couple of seasons before they decide.
And he's going to be old when he's a free agent. He's going to be 31 years old. That's old to become a free agent. So I hope this guy can stay healthy because if he can't, then I don't know what to say. Then maybe they're going to have to just probably say goodbye. I don't know. If he gets hurt the next 3 years, then what?
Yeah, that's the problem, man. But what about Gleyber Torres? Do you think since he's young and you give him a contract extension, could he be the face of the Yankees?
He can. He's the face of the Yankees. Well, I believe that, Frank. Frank, he's the face of the franchise.
Yeah, I think so too, man. He's got the look. He's the young kid. You know, he got the hair, the show going.
He's just got to play better defensively. That's his problem. His defense.
You can't, guys. You can't blame him for what happened last year. Last year was a half a season. Don't count it. They stopped spring training, and now it's his full year at shortstop. From me watching him in spring training, he can handle the position. He can handle it.
He's really good. He's improving.
Well, I mean, he's only going to
get improving. They never gave him a chance. Yeah. How are you going to do it in a 60-game season?
Well, he's a natural shortstop. No, everyone forgets that. He used to play shortstop in the minors. I don't know why everyone forgets that he used to be a shortstop with the Cubs.
The only thing that worries me right now, Frank, is I know they're going to carry Jay Bruce. It depends on what other position player. To be honest with you, I mean, me and Frank, we talked about it. I was happy they brought Brett Gardner.
Yeah, you watched the video. Great video. What about Justin Wilson now? Do you think that? Are you worried about that injury? Because now he lost.
Yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried big time. I don't know. Is it serious? From what I heard, it's just hand soreness, but that leads to a lot of things. They said a
left shoulder tightness, and we didn't get no updates yet on the injury, so it can't mean good news, because usually when they make you wait on these injuries, they tell you they're going to go on the injured list. So.
Well, if he does go on the injured list, they got two guys already, Tyler Lyons, and they got that other guy, Jesus.
Lucas Leakey.
Yeah, that guy. Those two, they'll carry them into the season. I don't think Justin Wilson's going to be out for a while. I think, it's shoulder tightness. Shoulder tightness, that means there's no soreness.
Yeah,
there's nothing.
Like
that means he just needs to rest.
Yeah, he just needs to rest. That's true, man.
But he's been getting lit up.
That sucks. I mean, I don't want to lose Britain. That sucks.
Britain is a big loss too. I mean, every loss that we get from now on is big, no matter how small a player they are.
Zach Britton.
Well, the Yankees they can't ever stay healthy. This team, that pisses me off.
Okay.
Their injuries have become a joke.
I seen one of the conversations.
I remember back in the 2000s, 2004, 2003. They can never stay healthy, the Yankees.
Okay, hold on, man. Let Kaz go.
No. I was saying, I remember you guys talking on a show. I mentioned something, and right away, people criticized what I was gonna say. And I said on when you guys were talking about it, when I mentioned that why the Yankees should sign Shane Green and David Robertson, a lot of people jumped at it as, oh man, these are two old guys. These are veteran guys. They know how to get people out. A lot of these young guys, do you trust them in this situation? Do you trust Loaizaga? Do you trust Luis Cessa? Do you trust Nick Nelson? No, I mean, I don't. I seen Loaizaga in too many situations last year and the year before that. He can't get nobody out in a big pressure game. David Robertson proved it. Shane Green proved it. That's why I said these guys are on the cheap. You get them for 1 year. You should have signed them when spring training started. You should have signed them. They made a big mistake.
They have $6 million left. They could definitely afford to sign another reliever. I don't know why they didn't add another reliever, but
add who? Who'd you want them to add?
They're always keeping the Yankees off.
Nick Nelson had a very good outing today, and he's another one with a power fastball. There are so many of them around now. Nick Nelson is also at 97, 98 miles per hour too, but he is still very young. But I think Nick Nelson is promising, and they might possibly use him as a spot starter. The Yankees do have the five-man rotation, but they're obviously going to need more than 5 pitchers.
I don't like the spot starter thing. I don't like when they do that.
There's no openers no more, guys.
That's another problem. I don't like that. These guys have to give us length.
There's no openers. There's none.
They have to give the Yankees.
They're not doing that no more. They're not doing it no more. They're not doing the openers. They're gonna carry Debbie Garcia and they're gonna carry Domingo Germán. They're gonna carry them both. They might go with a 6 starting pitching staff.
That's what I think they should do. I always wanted them to go with 6 pitchers.
Yeah, they are. They are considering it. A lot of teams are considering it, Frank, this year. It's not a joke. They're really considering a 6-man rotation. The Yankees are actually considering. There's no openers no more. They're not doing it this year.
Well, they should.
It doesn't work.
Well, my theory was I spoke to Roger about my theory on the pitching, and the thing was I said let's go with 6-man rotation for the beginning of the season. Right, and then when it gets hot, June, July, August, let's go with 5-man rotation, and then we can, give guys a break with the 6-man rotation in September.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I don't
know. BX Bomber.
Yeah.
What I was thinking is that what they could do, because of last year with only the 60 games being played, they are talking about how many of the pitchers are going to be down on their innings. That it's going to take a while to build them back up. So what I would do is go with a 6-man rotation, but keep Garrett Cole on his regular five-day turn, and go with starters to fill in different locations for Jamison Taillon and Corey Kluber, because they're coming back from serious injuries, and keep Garrett Cole on his regular 5-day turn, because Garrett Cole would like to pitch 200 innings this year.
Wow, yeah, I think that's the best bet.
Yeah, you're saying 200 innings, but I don't see it, because that's the whole point of why carrying a 6-man rotation is they're not going to let Kluber go 200 innings, or Taillon or Jamison Taillon. It's not happening. No. They're going to protect them as much as possible just to get through the season. They're not gonna burn these guys' arms out. No way, it's not happening.
Yeah, Garrett Cole's one of the best pitchers in baseball. I mean, he's like DeGrom. I mean, he could definitely do it. No, but I trust in Garrett Cole.
But
who's doing it? Who?
Say it again. Yeah. Say it again, Mike.
No, I said Garrett Cole is number one. He's a number one ace. So you got to have trust in him because after Garrett Cole, his rotation's not that good.
Yeah, I wasn't my preference to that. My preference to that wasn't towards Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole will pitch. I'm talking about Corey Kluber and Jameson Taillon, Jordan Montgomery, Domingo Germán, David Garcia. It makes sense to carry a 6-man rotation because of Kluber and Taillon, not to burn them out. They're not going to pitch 200, whether they like it. They're not going to get the full 32 starts throughout the season. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the starting rotation has to go above 5 innings at least.
No, of course.
Well, don't get me wrong. Kluber's got to give them at least 6 innings, right? 7 and Taillon. But if you're not expecting these guys to give you 7 innings, I mean, I don't know why the Yankees signed them then because they're injury prone, and we have enough guys that are injury prone on this team. Now we got to add more guys that are injury prone. That's the thing I don't get with this the Yankees. They make all these stupid decisions.
The Yankees can't live.
I'm sure they would need more than five pitchers. In other words, what I'm saying is we can't predict the injuries that may happen or this, that, or the other thing. And I'm sure they're going to need everyone. I'm sure they'll need everyone. Remember last year, in 2019, they had 39 players on the injured list 30 times.
Yeah,
and the roster was just 25. So we're going to need everyone. That's why they have so much depth. And there's no way of predicting who's going to get hurt and what is going to happen. But what I would try to do is keep Cole on his regular 5-day rotation and then put other spot starters. What I mean by spot starting is not openers. I mean just someone starting the game that would, like Domingo Germán might be one day, D.V. Garcia might be another one, and they will mix them all in throughout the course of the season.
Okay, I get you now.
No, that's true, but the thing is this though: the Yankees can't live through another season of pitchers not making it past the first, second, third inning. How we lived with.
We can't have that.
You know how it was with CC, Tanaka, Paxton, Happ, that crew blasting a home run in the first inning. Now the Yankees have to come back in a deficit. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think this rotation is better than last year's rotation, Frank? What do you think? Do you think we have a better rotation than last year?
I'm not counting last year. Last year was 60 games. You guys can't count that season. It was awful. I don't care who won the World Series. If the Yankees got off, you can't count it. It's 60 games. You lost 102 games. It makes a big difference. Yeah. You can't count it.
Yeah, I think the Yankees
I'm being honest.
is pretty good right now, man. I think they could do it, man. If they pull through.
They got a better rotation. I think this rotation, it looks good compared to maybe the last couple of years. But, like I was telling Frank and when we had our show together, I still think losing Tanaka really hurt them, and I really believe they should have re-signed him.
I agree. I did not like the idea of letting Tanaka go. I mean, Tanaka had some difficulties in the playoffs, but for the most part, he was he wasn't a super ace, but he was a good solid pitcher.
He wanted $18 million. That's why the Yankees weren't going to get him. That wasn't.
It was a money issue. I believe it was a money issue.
Tax issues. Yeah. They always want to stay on the luxury tax, and I don't know why they always do that. They're so cheap. So but
look, Tanaka went to Japan for $7 million. The Yankees would have gave him the $7 million. If he wanted that, the Yankees would have gave, but not 18 though. It wasn't gonna happen for 18 million. You know what I'm saying?
It was a money thing. I do know it was a money thing. If they offered, let's say Tanaka 1 year, $10 million, I think he would have came back. I think he would have came back.
I would have.
1 year, yeah.
I wanted him back, Frank. I wanted him. This guy's clutch in the playoffs. I'm sorry, he's our best pitcher in the playoffs. Let's admit it.
Well, in my opinion,
Garrett Cole.
I mean, if you want to agree with it,
you can't base Garrett Cole's one start. You really can't.
But listen to this.
He's great in the playoffs too.
But listen to this. In my opinion, you can't count 2020 as a season, correct? So players like Tanaka. Wait, hold on. Players like Tanaka and Brett Gardner, they deserve to come back to play one more year in front of the fans and go out with the hurrah, and that's it. They deserve that 1 year. Tanaka should have came back for no money. You know, if I was Tanaka, if Tanaka was a real Yankee fan, he would have came back like, listen, pay me whatever you want. I'm coming back. That's it.
When does Japan baseball end?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because the rumor has it is that I think the Yankees can sign Tanaka, like I think in the middle of the season and bring him.
Well, yeah, they could use him in the before the trade deadline.
Brian Cashman did not close the door on Tanaka. He didn't close it. He just, financially, I can't pay him. But he said, you never know down the line. Down the line could be this year, could be at the trading deadline, could be in August. You could still sign somebody. In August, I think.
But wait a minute. A Japanese player, though. To get a Japanese player, you got to give the baseball club some type of money, though. You got to pay for him.
No, that's if you're coming out of Japan as a posting, like another player. But he's not in no posting or nothing. He just signed as a free agent. So that's what I'm saying. Okay. He's not in the posting, like they did for Daisuke Matsuzaka and all these other pitchers where you post and you bring them back. No. This is a whole totally different thing.
So maybe
Cashman said Tanaka's not out of the woods.
So maybe he went over there just to showcase.
No, he signed a 1-year deal, not 2.
He
signed a 1-year deal.
So there you have it, man. Yeah, it's a possibility. That's a possibility. I mean, they've done it before with Roger Clemens.
Yeah.
Well, that was ridiculous. I remember that. Yeah.
He came back.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a Roger Clemens fan. I wish he would have kept David Wells. David Wells was an awesome Yankee, man.
I was there, man. Old Timers Day. They was like, look in George Steinbrenner's booth. The Yankee to return. Roger Clemens. I was like, holy cow, he's back.
Susan Waldman was going crazy. Susan Waldman, Roger's back. Roger's back. I was watching it. Susan Waldman and John Sterling. Oh, I really enjoyed seeing Michael Kay and John Sterling work together yesterday. And the only thing was, they were doing it by remote. And sometimes, as BX Bomber was saying, I believe that they may have had a little bit of a delay between the two of them doing it remotely. They were in different locations, and they sometimes stepped on one another or didn't hear one another that well.
Yeah, I saw that they did 2 games together.
Yeah, that was epic.
Yeah.
Do you remember MSG Network? Because I used to watch MSG Network with Al Trotwig. Remember Al Trotwig? He used to be the main guy on there.
I love Al Trotwig. He's the man.
You know what I remember, Frank? I'm the old guy here. I go back to Mickey Mantle Day, for goodness sake, as a kindergartner when Mickey Mantle retired. So, my big thing when I was a young kid and a young teenager was WPIX 10 or 11 with Bill Rizzuto, Frank Messer, and Bill White, And then Fran Healy came in for a while, and, those were my teams, the teams of Thurman Munson, Chris Chambliss, Willie Randolph, Greg Nettles, Mickey Rivers, Roy White, Ron Guidry, Catfish Hunter. That was when I was a kid.
That's great.
Yeah, I've been watching baseball since 1990, so I remember, but my favorite team ever was the 98 Yankees. That was the best team I ever saw.
Yeah, man, ever. That was the greatest team, and that was one of the best years of baseball I had too, man.
125 and 50 losses. That's including the playoffs. With Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire.
Was the 96 Yankees because I think it was more exciting because they haven't won in 18 years, and they were the underdog, and they played the Atlanta Braves, and they were down 0-2, and they came back.
I remember that.
So that was my favorite one.
That was your favorite? That's a good one. But man, that 98 Yankees it was amazing.
I think 1996.
That was the best team in our lifetime.
I think 1996 was the last year you could smoke in the stadium. You know that?
Oh yeah, I mean they won a record number of games. Was it 124 wins or something?
Yeah. They had 114.
They had 114 and 48 and went 125 and 50.
Seattle won 116 and beat them out again. But they had 114 wins during the regular season, and then the 11 postseason victories were 125. And at one point they had a major problem where they fell behind 2-1 to the Cleveland Indians.
Oh, I remember that.
Torrey was saying, "I guess we're not the favorites anymore."
Yeah, but do you guys remember? Do you guys remember
that
how they started off 1-4?
They had Manny Ramirez, Jim Thome. They had David Justice. They had Omar Vizquel. That was some Indians team.
Yeah,
they started off 1-4 that year. Joe Torre was under the microscope. They had a team meeting, and then after that team meeting, the team never took a team meeting ever again. The team took off.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they went down 2-1 versus Cleveland. I remember when Andy Pettitte got crushed in Game 3. Then I was like, oh boy, here we go. Then El Duque, Orlando Hernandez saved the day. He was one of the biggest acquisitions they ever made in when they called him up.
But El Duque was definitely the hero of that series.
It was clutch. Man, was he clutch in the playoffs. He never lost. He lost only one game, I think I remember. It was to Rick Reed in the World Series versus the New York Mets.
Yeah, El Duque was a lot like Tanaka was. Tanaka was in the postseason. He pitched those masterful games.
But El Duque won.
Tanaka was a lot like El Duque was.
El Duque won.
Oh, you guys, I just wanted to cut in and say, have you guys been hearing about Al Leiter's son pitching for Vanderbilt? Al Leiter's son is a right-hander, and he has been doing a fantastic job, including pitching a no-hitter the other day. And he was drafted by the Yankees, but Al Leiter wanted his son to go to college and have a college experience. So he is at Vanderbilt now, and he is doing a fantastic job as a pitcher for Vanderbilt now.
Oh, it's great for him. Congrats.
So what is he, the number 1 pick?
He probably will be. He is pitching for Vanderbilt, and he pitched a no-hitter the other day. And he's a right-hander. Al was a left-hander. And he was originally drafted by the Yankees, but Al wanted him to go to college. So we'll see what happens after he graduates from college. He is at Vanderbilt right now.
I'm surprised I haven't seen anything on MLB Network because I always watch that channel. And I didn't see anything about Al Leiter's son. I think I did hear that he was.
His name is Jack. Jack Leiter, and he has an upper 90s fastball and is doing a great job, including the no-hitter for Vanderbilt.
You never know. You're gonna see him up there in the big leagues one of these days, man. He's close to that age too.
Well, that's good. So if the Tigers lose 100 games, the Tigers can draft them for maybe they draft all their pitchers like they do number 1 in the draft.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go to Detroit. That sucks for 6 years, man. And suffer.
Detroit got all their top prospects from the number 1 pick. Casey Mize, Matt Manning, you name it.
Yeah, they do, man. They do. A lot of them.
So we got.
I was gonna say a lot of the great prospects they come out of Tampa Bay too, man. They got a good farm system down there. But Detroit got a good farm system too, though. I think.
Yeah, I just hate their GM. I don't think their GM is worthless. I think he's worthless. I don't think he's good enough to make the big moves to get him into the right direction. I'm glad they got the manager in AJ Hinch. I'm very happy about that, but I don't like the GM.
Yeah, I think they pocket in the money. You know, they're collecting the profit and pocketing the money. You know, on the losses.
Yeah, but they're waiting for contracts to come off the books after this year, and next year, and then I think they're ready to spend. So if it's not next year, it's going to be the following year. I think once Cabrera's
Miguel Cabrera's in his 19th season now.
Wow. So this is last year, right? Or second, or maybe next year.
Old. 38.
Yeah, I don't know. He's in his 19th season now. And remember, Miguel Cabrera came up with the Marlins and then has spent all these years with the Tigers.
I remember he's a staple of the Tigers, man. Cabrera, man. He's a great player, man. Hopefully they honor him like they did Big Papi and Mariano.
Oh, he's a Hall of Famer. Oh,
hell yeah. He's going to Hall of Fame.
He's one of the best guys I ever saw play the game. Him, Albert Pujols, Ken Griffey Jr., and Barry Bonds. Yeah. Those are my favorites.
I was going to say Manny Ramirez, too. That guy was an all-time great, too.
Yeah, but he's nowhere compared to Griffey or Albert Pujols or
Manny. He was a clutch hitter, though. Yeah, you got to say that, man. He was very clutch.
Yeah, and a loose cannon, too, so.
Yeah, he was bugged out, man.
He was nothing like Griffey or Albert Pujols.
Oh, yeah, those guys were legends. Yeah, definitely. Griffey, Bonds. I mean, there'll never be an era like that again. These players today.
They still got Jabba Chamberlain up there in Detroit.
No, he's long gone. He retired. You know, the Yankees messed up his career. I'm sorry. He should have stayed in the bullpen right where he belonged.
Man, he told me to my face, I'm not the Yankee ace. And they put it in the paper the next day.
He should have stayed in the bullpen. They messed up his career, man. They messed it up. Him and Phil Hughes. They messed it up.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. They should have left Jobber in the bullpen. I liked him in the bullpen. I don't know why they kept trying to transfer him to the rotation, to the bullpen, just kept him in the bullpen.
You guys remember that horrible that pitch for the Braves named John Rocker?
Yeah, I
remember him.
He was a horrible personality, John Rocker. My goodness.
Yo, I met him in Cooperstown.
I just thought of that because you were talking about the Braves and the Yankees during that time period. John Rocker was creating all kinds of controversy.
Yo, you can meet John Rocker in Cooperstown. I met John Rocker in Cooperstown. He's right there on the sidewalk.
Oh
God! So if you daring to punch him in the face, you could. I mean, you could get that close.
He was crazy. Plus, he was mad racist too, and nut job. He was. Did you hear the story when he rode the train in the Bronx? Said he wanted to take the train to Yankee Stadium to see what it was like, and I heard he was like going off on people on the train and stuff. He was a nut job back then.
Yo, I remember that game that he pitched in Queens in Citi Field. Citi Field. Shea Stadium. Yo, they were throwing D batteries at him.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
D batteries. Yep. They were picking
John Rocker
picking them up.
Was the guy I despised.
But the guy I think. Okay, you can talk. Sorry.
Yeah, Cass.
No, I'm saying John Rocker was the one I despised. It's not beef with New York Yankees. He had the beef with the Mets, and he just ran his mouth too much to where. I know the whole things he said. He talked about Muslims. He talked about a lot of things that he offended a lot of people, and that's why a lot of people don't like him. He's just ignorant. That's it. He doesn't know nothing.
And remember, at the same time, David Justice said that you gotta New Yorkers carry Uzis.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then we traded for him.
When you come to the Bronx, you have to come here with your Uzis.
And then he wins a world.
John Rocker's probably a member of QAnon now.
Oh yeah. He's probably. Oh yeah.
Also, the guy, another ticking time bomb guy was Milton Bradley. Remember that guy? That guy was crazy.
Oh my God.
Wait. Yeah. Say the name again. Milton Bradley.
Milton Bradley.
Yeah, he played on the Dodgers. He played on Oakland.
He was a very good, talented player. He really was. But boy, that temper of his, it was bad. That's what ran him out of baseball.
He punched people. He punched a fan.
Yeah.
There was a right fielder from Detroit too. I forget his name. Black guy, left fielder, and he was getting into a lot of fights.
Mike Cameron. You talking about Mike Cameron?
No.
Cameron.
I think so. I'm not sure.
You're talking about the Tigers? Cameron never played for the Tigers.
No, Detroit Tigers. There was a left fielder that got into a lot of brawls too.
What year? Frank?
I want to say.
Wasn't Gary Sheffield?
I want to say
Ron LaFleur.
Yeah, I think so. That was a dude that was going to clubs beating people up just because they didn't like the Tigers. You know what I'm saying?
He was a horrible personality for the Tigers going back 100 years ago, but was a great baseball player. But a horrible bigot and a horrible personality was Ty Cobb.
Yeah. Bobby Bonilla too was nuts too. He was a nut job. Bobby Bonilla. That guy had a crazy attitude.
Who's that?
Bobby Bo.
Yeah, he was with Barry Bonds. They used to play.
Oh, Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah, Bonilla.
Bobby Bo. I miss Bobby Bo. I love Bobby Bonilla.
He was crazy, man. He was. He hated the press.
Hated Bobby Bonilla.
What? You blame him?
Well, yeah.
Blame him?
I was gonna say, me and Bobby Bonilla went to the same high school, not the same time, but went to the same high school, Lehman High School.
Yeah, he was from the Bronx. Yeah, he was from the Bronx.
God, I mean, even baseball has a Bobby Bonilla day because for how much they're paying him for the rest of his life.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Till like 2035 or something.
Yo, why the Mets do everything, right? Why the Mets do everything? They break all the records and they got all these crazy ideas over there. I don't know what's wrong with Queens, man. Seriously.
I don't know either.
It's something that they eat over there. I don't know what's going on. You know?
But I was going to ask you guys, who do you think has the best rotation in baseball? I have to say the Dodgers.
I would think so too. The Dodgers with Dustin May and Bauer and Kershaw. I think and Buehler. I think the Dodgers do.
I don't know how the Yankees are going to beat them in the World Series. Good luck.
Well, that's
it. Let's see if the Yankees can get there first.
I know that's going to be tough. Those four.
I don't know if the Dodgers are going to be playing in the World Series. I don't have them in the World Series.
You don't have the Dodgers in the World Series?
No, I do not. Their rotation, it's kind of old, to be honest with you. Besides Walker Buehler, Trevor Bauer, you're really counting a year and a half of a season out of his 8 seasons? You call him a good pitcher? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah. The guy's garbage. He's straight garbage.
Yeah, they're gonna prove it. It's gonna be proven. And
Trevor Bauer is garbage.
Yeah. Trevor Bauer, yeah, he's overrated. He definitely wasn't worth $40 million. I can't believe.
No, honestly, the guy. What the hell did he do in his career for him to?
I know he had one good year.
Everybody thinks that he's all that.
He's got a YouTube channel.
He in the National League Central last year. The
worst.
It was a weak division really, and he faced a lot of weak opponents. And he's made it all off of one year last year, and he was basically in the National League Central.
Yeah, I don't know why they're saying he's a premium pitcher. He's not Jacob deGrom, Garrett Cole, Scherzer, Verlander, Kershaw, those guys. I don't know why they're putting him in that class. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, to me, if this team was healthy, if they never had a lot of injuries, I'll say right out, Jacob deGrom, Noah Syndergaard, Carlos Carrasco, Marcus Stroman, and Taijuan Walker. To be honest with you, if they were all healthy, man, the Mets looks like to me they would have had the best rotation. But the point is, injuries cost them. Man, I don't like Stroman. I'm not a Stroman fan, but I'm just saying on paper, if they're healthy, to me the Mets are one of the best pitching. Even the San Diego Padres got a very good rotation if they're all healthy too.
Yeah, the Mets lost Carrasco.
Yeah, San Diego Padres. Yes, sir. They got a great team with Fernando Tatis. They call him. Fernando Tatis. They're trying to call him the face of baseball now.
He is.
So now, yeah. Well, it's either him or Juan Soto. Don't forget about Juan Soto. He's going to get paid.
Bad.
Juan Soto, Ronald Acuna Jr. He's another face of baseball.
Acuna, yes.
Acuna,
love Acuna.
I don't know. I think Mookie Betts. I know everybody says Mike Trout's the best. He is, but it seems like Mookie Betts doesn't get that love. I don't know why. I think Mookie Betts is probably just as good as Mike Trout.
Mookie Betts is one of the best top 10 best players in baseball right now. That's how good he is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he's definitely close to. You could even make a case that he's probably better than Trout.
You know what? I mean, I know Trout. Don't get me wrong. Great player, awesome. He's just on the wrong team. I'm sorry. Yeah. We talked about it, Frank. They don't market him. They don't do anything. I'm sorry, bro. If you don't cut it this year, if you're not winning, hey, you signed that contract. Tell him, hey, man, I want out. I want to win.
Yeah, I was telling Frank that. I said to Frank that.
Take some money back. Take some money back.
The playoffs. They never made
like, here, take some money back. I'll go.
Yeah, I mean, both of them, too. Trout and Pujols. They don't
Pujols is done.
Yeah, but Pujols is old. He's at the end of his career.
Yeah, but Pujols is on the team,
I just want to cut in for a minute here. I just want to say that I have to get some dinner made for my family member now, so I'm going to sign off.
All right,
you guys all continue to have a good show, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
It's nice meeting you, man.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, talk to you soon.
See you, man. But, yeah, man, I think he would have done well, man. But
yeah.
I guess, yeah, man, I guess everybody going to have to make dinner time now, right? I guess we should just end the show here, man.
But, well, opening day, man, next Thursday,
but before we
go...
Thanks
for having me on, man.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I appreciate you coming on.
When you going back on? Are we doing it before opening day?
No, I do Tuesday and Fridays.
Okay, so yeah, I was just wondering if you're doing a show before opening day.
You know what? Yes. But no. Yes and no. There's a live stream the day before opening day. Was that Wednesday?
Thursday will be
opening
day.
Thursday. So Wednesday, yo, check this out. I got invited to a webinar in Yankee Stadium, virtual tour of the museum.
Oh, cool.
So I'm going to be showing that on Wednesday live, so you can see the thing. So they're going to be talking about history by the numbers. So I guess they're going to be talking about different players. And I have one with Whitey Ford too, where they talk about Whitey Ford, all his memorabilia in the museum and stuff. So those are two ones you're gonna see. So Wednesday, yeah, I'll be back. Well, Wednesday is gonna have that, but not really a show. But yeah, but I'll be back on I guess Tuesday then before opening day.
I'm off Thursday, Friday, so I took opening day off.
Jays, right? I don't like the afternoon games. That's the only thing. I like the night games, but that's where they're starting against Toronto. Yankee Stadium, so
we getting shut out of the game. That's all I know. It's hard to get a ticket in the Yankee Stadium. Forget about it, man.
George Springer is out, and Kirby Yates just had Tommy John surgery, so those guys are out.
Oh yeah, that was a big loss for the Blue Jays.
I know. I drafted Kirby Yates in my fantasy baseball team. Now I had to drop him.
Oh man, yeah, you lose points on that.
All right, I picked up Greg Holland from Kansas City. I think Kansas City is going to be my second wild card team this year. I really love what they're doing.
Oh yeah, he's a good player, man. There's a lot of great players, man, that people sleep on, man. You know, it's just that you gotta give them a shot on different spots, you know, because sometimes they don't shine on a certain team, you know, and you could get that player like Mookie Betts. That's such a game changer, man. You know, he changed the whole team of the Dodgers just by him going.
He was the final piece of the puzzle. They got him and they won the whole thing. He's got 2 championships now, one in Boston and one in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So the guy's definitely he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, it's not even.
Oh yeah, he's lucky.
He's good, man.
He just got to play.
He's a hell of a talent. A hell of a talent.
Yeah, man. So we'll end it here, guys. And I want to say thank you and for coming on, man. So yeah, definitely hit me up again, and we'll be talking some more baseball, man. But
can't wait, man. Week and a half. We're almost there, bro.
Yeah, man. I can't wait. Now we can talk about the games and what the games went on. And talk real baseball. Finally.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be exciting.
You know what I mean? Like real actual baseball. But
yep. Well, it's great seeing you guys. Let me know when you guys are coming on next.
Yeah, man, definitely. All right, man. So I'm gonna sign off.
Take it easy, man.
And I want to say see ya.
So see ya, boys.
Everybody. Right, man. Yeah, man. Hold on, let me. My computer. If I can even get off. Oh boy. Wait. You're gonna be stuck with me here. This stuff. Good thing it happened at the end. Yeah, but now I can't. It froze. There we go. So long, everybody. See ya. Hopefully it stops streaming. Computer stuck. It's still live. Turn off. Guess we're stuck here. He's stuck. Shut off this damn computer now. Not happening.